The day is Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025. Today's New York Times crossword is by Brad and Nicole Wiegmann and edited by Will Shortz. Let's get into it. Okay, one across. Protection from an infection. Protection from an infection. Maybe a mask? People wear a mask to prevent getting COVID, for example. Yes, and then sand-colored, so another or rather a material that looks like that would be khaki. Accusative for one. Not really sure. First American multi-millionaire. I would have thought someone like Morgan Stanley or Rockefeller, something along those lines, but that doesn't fit. Let's see, two down, clam digger pants style. I don't know what clam digger is, unfortunately. And one down, say as if, for example. So this would be like a mockery, right? Mock doesn't quite fit. Right, I might need a bit more. What about 20 across? Aristophanes comedy with the. Aristophanes did the frogs, but I have khaki here. Maybe there's another one that I haven't heard of. Geez, this is quite tricky. All right, 18 down. Fort Collins School. I have no idea where Fort Collins is, unfortunately, but it could be something ending in U. Something university, perhaps, or something state university, perhaps. That could be something. What about 22 across? Energize. So something up, I would think. Something up. So maybe it's not khaki and maybe it's not mask, to be honest, because there's a lot of odd stuff happening there. I do believe there is an Aristophanes comedy called The Frogs. How convinced am I of that? I'm not quite sure. All right, I'll need a bit more to work with. Late night host Jack. So this would be Jack Parr. Quite an old-timey late night host. Hasn't been on the air for quite some time. Remote batteries could be double A's. So because they say batteries rather than battery, that's why it would be AA and then S pluralized. Double A's rather than triple A's. Great service provider. Great service provider. Acer, maybe? Does that quite make sense? So what I'm thinking here is that it's tennis related. Ace being a great serve in tennis, and the person who provides that serve would be an acer. That could be what's happening here. Let's see what happens. Condiment, sometimes known as rooster sauce. Goodness, I've absolutely no idea. Is it too risky? Should we or... No, I'm not too sure. What about 38 down? What some people think this puzzle's image represents. And it's pointing me to 17 across. And 17 across is image depicted in this puzzle by connecting the circled letters alphabetically. Okay, so I'll need quite a few more circled letters before I can come close to that, I would think. Yes, and this one as well. Appetites. Wants, maybe? I have a want for something. I have an appetite for it. And then hoarse voice could be rasp. It doesn't necessarily confirm once, though, because whatever this is would end in S. But I'm feeling okay about rasp. Oh, is it Jackpar P-A-A-R? I think it might be. Oh, rooster sauce then is sriracha, because it's got a rooster on the bottle. Bad time for Caesar. The Ides of March are when he was betrayed and killed. So appetites was not once, but something else. Stiff could be rigid with a D. The Spanish tragedy playwright Thomas, I have no idea. Excuse me, not sure. Do I have a bit more? Is it too risky? Do I dare? Is it too risky? Should I? Appetites, urges, perhaps? I have the urge. I have an appetite for something, perhaps. Excuse me then could simply be sorry. I didn't think of that. The Spanish tragedy playwright Thomas, someone I haven't heard of. How about this? Like some iron shirts and full air. They would be crisp, I would think. Crisp iron shirts and, yeah, full air. So maybe it's duck, and the Spanish tragedy playwright is Thomas Kyd. So some people think this puzzle's image represents a duck, but I suppose it represents something else. I'm not too sure. Let's keep going. 36 down. Let's call it, I would think maybe let's call it a day. That does fit. Let's call it a day. A free pass in sports would be a bye. This is where you don't have to contest and you still get to proceed through to the next round. No name. Second letter B. No, I'm not too sure. Sporty convertible. Beginning with R. I'm still fairly sure it is Acer. Sporty convertible, though, could be a roadster. Oh yeah, roadster is a kind of class of car that is quite sporty. Many Pablo Neruda works. I would have to guess odes. Pablo Neruda being a poet. Brand whose customers made its Super Bowl ad in 2025. Could be Doritos, I wonder. I don't know. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but it might be. Seth Meyers is. Isn't it Seth Meyers? That doesn't fit though. I thought that's what his name was, unless it's something else. No, I'm not quite right. Let's see. Put out though would be omit, so I'm feeling pretty good about Doritos and Roadster just from that one. Interesting. 30 across social something. I believe it would be social media. Seth. I thought it was Seth Meyers. Doesn't. Unless. Could it be a rebus? I would be surprised if there's a rebus here. Interesting. I'll have to come back to that. Website with a conserver docs option. Conserver docs. I don't know what that means. Could it be some dating site? Something date? Could it be JDate? As in a Jewish dating site? Conserver docs could be Orthodox conservative? Maybe. Not sure. Some high school teams, JVs, maybe, junior varsity. And then a sunblocker would be a visor, sure. Company that merged with Neiman's, I don't know what that is. It keeps you in the dark, though. Do I have anything here? It keeps you in the dark. No, I don't. Not really sure. Could be a mask? Some sort of mask. And then the company. Oh, I think I've heard of Neiman Marcus actually as a store. So Saks kind of makes sense, which is also a store. Some sort of mask. Seth Meyers. If it's, eye mask. Oh, eye mask. Whoopsie, not eat mask. Eye mask. Oh, it is a rebus. Interesting. Eye mask. Seth Meyers. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. One rebus. I haven't seen any evidence of others, but I suppose they could pop up. Grocery aisle enticement. Grocery aisle enticement. What would entice someone down a grocery aisle? Not too sure. Fish in a poke bowl. So I think this would be ahi tuna. Ahi is a type of tuna. I think that's a Japanese word for it. Wading bird could be a heron. Herons are wading birds. Cable show covering the red carpet. So this would be something at, say, the Oscars or Emmys, and I would think E! News, which is an entertainment news service. So with a clean slate then would be a new. Elliot of the Untouchables. So the Untouchables were the, I think, FBI agents going after, what was his name again? Al Capone. And the leader was Elliot Ness, Ness. A wrinkly fruit is a prune. Pixelated, informally, could be low res. Okay. Grocery aisle enticement. Okay, maybe there's another rebus somewhere. Because... What? Yeah, I don't know. Soccer great Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe. Oh no, sample. Oh, that's actually quite a straightforward word. I'm not sure why I got so confused by that. Okay. Image in this puzzle. I'm going to guess it's some sort of figure, because, I mean, IGURE must be figure. In which case, the four-term pres is FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. UK home. I don't know. UK home. Isaac's favorite son? I have no idea. Tubular could be like rad, like that's cool. Could be. No name. OB. No name. No, not sure. Washboard parts. So washboard abs is a phrase to describe someone with great abs, I suppose. Life story. Beginning with B. Bio? Oh, bio. Yes, that makes sense. A biography. One paying for a full price ticket, perhaps. I don't know. Beer brand discontinued in 2010. I have no idea. No name. Why don't I? Oh, obscure. Obscure. That makes sense. UK home. This just confuses me even more. Could it be Europe? EUR? Europe? And then Isaac's favorite son could be Esau. Esau? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Could be. Yeah, I'm not sure about this beer brand either. Wrinkly fruit, so prune is already covered somewhere else. It must be something else. I might need some more crossings first. Nickname of the Love Yourself singer. I don't know what that is. Love Yourself. No, not sure. Just a sec in a text. Could that be BRB? Be right back? Oh, this is another, what some people think this puzzle's image represents. I'm not close to having an image yet. About 60 down. Billy Ball. Goodness me, I have no idea what that could mean. Counterpart of down. So presumably it's not up, because it's an abbreviated something. Down. No, I'm not sure. Steve of Battle of the Sexes. So the Battle of the Sexes, I believe, was a tennis match back in, gosh, I want to say the 80s, maybe the 70s even. Who was playing back then? I'm not even really sure. No, I don't know. Oh, goodness. This is quite tricky. Quite tricky indeed. All right, maybe if I can make some progress in this puzzle's image, then it could help me out. What about here? Like the words knackered and chuffed. British, maybe. Could be. I mean, we use those words here in Australia as well. Okay, movie theatre popcorn container could be a tub of popcorn. Beverage sometimes served with cucumber sandwiches would be tea and cucumber sandwiches. Web addresses would be URLs. What was 15 across? Muff or fluff? Yes, to make a mistake. Sailor's patron. Saint something, I think. I'm not sure who the patron saint of sailors is, though. Hawaiian souvenir could be a lei. King George the Third, perhaps? I. Could be. Saint Elmo, maybe? Saint E something. Elmo seems not the most ridiculous possibility. Bowed instruments, violi? I'm not sure if that's how you pluralize viola. No, not at all, because Kurt, who fronted Nirvana, was Kurt Cobain, which is a C. Maybe celli, as in plural of cellos. Not sure. Haploid cell, could that be an ovum, like an egg? Be that as it may, could mean even so. Even so. Maybe. French resistance would be non. That's how you say no in French. You're resisting something. Prefix with metric could be isometric. ISO. Unlucky wheel of fortune purchase for cool as a cucumber. Unlucky. So something that's not in that. Maybe an eye, because an eye is not featured in in cool as a cucumber. Could be. So this is an illusion, it looks like. Illusion. I'm starting to see a word emerge. So could it be an optical illusion? Maybe. In which some people see a duck? Maybe. What's this again? Image in this puzzle. And what was the key? Connecting the circle letters alphabetically. Oh my goodness, so some drawing involved here, is there? A, B, C, D, E. Oh, that's far too complex for me to be doing right now. Let's try here again. Sand colored could be beige. Beige kind of makes sense rather than khaki. So protection from an infection could then be a scab. Clam digger pant style. So I still don't know what a clam digger is, but I know that capri is a type of pant style. First American multimillionaire could be Astor, perhaps. I know that name is quite big in the States. Accusative case. Okay, it's one of many cases. Say as if scoff. Okay, so it was the frogs after all, and Energize was fire up. Great, so that gets that corner done. So now, this southwest corner, I need to try to figure out some of these. These were all quite tricky for me. Nickname of the Love Yourself singer. Love Yourself. No, honestly, if I don't know the song, then I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get that. So I had BRB before. Just a sec. Does that help? Does that help? Image in this puzzle. So if I do try to draw this out, I've got the A here, A, B. Where's the C? C is over here. A, B, C, D, E, and then F is over here. G. Nothing is really coming to me yet. C, D, F, G, H. Where's H? H is down here. H, I, and then J, K, L, M, N. I suppose it does kind of look like a bird, perhaps. I suppose so. It's saying some people think the puzzle's image represents a duck. It is an optical illusion, so to some it looks like a duck, and to others maybe it looks like a rabbit. Could be. Could be. Not sure. Not sure. Does that help here? One paying for a full price ticket, perhaps. Admit. That doesn't quite make sense. What about here? Something figure. Nebulous figure? That seems a bit too abstract. But I'm feeling okay about rabbit because just drawing it with by eye at this point kind of makes sense. So billy ball, I'm wondering if that's referring to like a billy goat and a noise a billy goat makes, like ma. Could be. Oh, ambiguous figure. Oh, that makes a little bit more sense compared to nebulous, at least. Oh, down and across. So that's the abbreviation, ACR, across and down. Steve. No, I still don't know, unfortunately, who this Steve is. Wrinkly fruit could be an ugly fruit. Yes, that's right. I think it's a Caribbean thing. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. Steve Carell? Oh, the film Battle of the Sexes rather than the actual event. So maybe the singer of Love Yourself was Justin Bieber, in which case he's sometimes referred to as the Beeb. And okay, so the beer brand discontinued in 2010 may well be Bud Ice. Great, that's Wednesday done. And thankfully they've drawn whatever the image is for me. Oh, that's why the eye is here, the one and only Rebus. Okay, so to some people it looks like a rabbit, and to others it looks like a duck. And it is an ambiguous figure, and could be described as an optical illusion. It's quite a tricky one, I must say, but quite fun. That was a fun solve. I did get stuck here for a little while, and I think by drawing it by eye, not even really drawing it at all, but connecting the dots, I did kind of get the sense that it could be a rabbit. So that helped unlock this section, which was otherwise quite tricky. Great. that is your Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025.